3 ways to reduce penis sensitivity fast. Okay, in this video I will talk about what contributes to premature ejaculation. Okay, because yeah, even most of the urologists, they don't even know, okay, what they need to do. Okay, so most likely they will recommend SSRIs, some numbing creams, pills, and so on, and most likely you will do more harm than good. Okay, so honestly, I work with guys on both edges. One, they want to improve their sensitivity because they messed up with things like, for example, finasteride, okay, 5-alpha reductase inhibitor blockers, or they also, been using SSRIs, okay, so even some other medication can cause, premature ejaculation, okay. And in this video I talk about most critical things. Okay, stay with me because I will give you also, as usual, many bonus. Okay, I made this video because someone was talking about one coach like charging 5K for breathing techniques to solve premature ejaculation. Okay, so but he doesn't understand the main mechanism, because breathing is only how you can calm your uh, not fully functional nervous system. Okay, so that's the main problem. Okay, so but I will also show you other ways how you can take control of your ejaculation. Okay, and also okay, I will give you other tips how you even if you have like faster ejaculation. I will show you other tricks how you can, surprise your sex partner. Okay, so yeah, let's start. Okay, so like I told you, okay, so what really contributes to premature ejaculation, penile sensitivity, and so on. Okay, the number one thing, okay, is overactivation of sympathetic nervous system. Okay, and also on the other hand, okay, it's underactivation of parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so these are the things that need to be in balance. Okay, so I will give you also other things no one is really talking about. Okay, so let's talk about sympathetic nervous system. Okay, we are talking about noradrenaline, adrenaline. Okay, especially they are converting from dopamine. Okay, so yeah, disruption in sympathetic nervous system will lead even to ED problems, and also will definitely lead to premature ejaculation. Okay, so yeah, there are things like I said. Okay, I made, for example, a video on yohimbine. Okay, yohimbine, the effect of yohimbine is to like boost this sympathetic nervous system, because, for example, guys that took SSRIs, okay, they have blunted sympathetic nervous system, they have low dopamine, noradrenaline, and this is all needed for arousal, erection, and so on. But if it's blunted, okay, if it's overactive, okay, then it's leading to premature ejaculation. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, is dopamine, noradrenaline, adrenaline. Dopamine is a king of libido, definitely, but too much of everything is bad. Okay, so, and especially too much of adrenaline. Okay, so it can even contribute to like problems to get it up. Okay, so definitely this is one of the problem. Okay, the second problem that comes with dopamine, noradrenaline is to have a proper level of GABA. Okay, because raising dopamine, I see it in many guys. Okay, they try to raise the dopamine, but they are not using the balancing neurotransmitter that is called GABA. Okay, so you definitely need to have enough GABA that is like balancing the excitation or overdrive from dopamine. Okay, it doesn't work like that yeah, I boost dopamine and everything's okay. Okay, on the other hand, for high dopamine you also need to have a proper level of GABA. Okay, so GABA is not easy thing to fix. Okay, you really need to be sensitive, because you can desensitize GABA A receptors. Okay, so even for example guys with problems that have problems with 5-alpha reductase inhibitors, okay, and we are not talking only about finasteride and so on, they can have, for example, low allopregnanolone, okay, and allopregnanolone, for example, itself is regulating GABA-A receptors, okay, so, and GABA-A systems, okay. If you need my help with this, you will find the link under this video, okay, for my coaching. Yeah, so GABA is another thing, okay. So yeah, many guys histamine, okay, so histamine is also one of these things you need to watch out if you want to fix premature ejaculation, okay. So it also has there are also different causes of histamine leaking, okay. So most likely I talk a lot about gut health, okay, and especially leaky gut can contribute to this, okay. So you really need to fix leaky gut, okay. If you have running nose and so on, you know, tears in your eyes without any reason, it can be because of the high histamine. For example, there are also some high histamine food like red wine, okay, tomato sauce and so on. If you are not feeling well after eating this or drinking wine, you definitely can have some problem with histamine, okay. But there are also different contributors. Even hormones, for example, can contribute to higher histamine, okay. So you definitely also need to fix, like I said, the leaky gut, and even fix muscle degranulation, okay, with even with natural products, okay. So yeah, so calcium channels, okay, calcium channels that are also not good, like for like vasodilation, okay. So inhibition, you know, inhibition of calcium channels reduce the excessive release, you know, of excitatory neurotransmitters, okay. So fixing the calcium channels is a pretty good way. If you are low in magnesium, most likely you will have overactive calcium channels, okay. So also another thing that is most likely, I will give you two, okay, they are most likely overlooked, okay, but honestly you can do tests for everything, okay. So if you need my help on that, I can really recommend things like oats, okay. So oat test, you can test your cortisol, for example, you know. So there are different ways how you can do this, okay. So cortisol, because it's also another contributor, because it activates the sympathetic nervous system, okay. So you definitely need, don't assume anything, okay guys. So before you start to assume that there is something with you, okay, please do proper test. But cortisol is also extremely important, like I said, for calcium channels, okay. Magnesium is really great, but also there are many other natural supplements that can fix both, like I said, cortisol, you know, and cortisol and other things, okay. So also another overlooked, but really overlooked thing is glutamate, okay. So have you ever been to like Vietnamese or Chinese restaurant, and after the meal you have this surge of anxiety and so on? It means that this is high glutamate, okay, that is working on your receptors, okay. So glutamate acts on NMDA receptors, okay. So and this activation promotes ejaculation, also again via boosting sympathetic drive, okay. So you have higher level of catecholamines, okay. So it's not like only dopamine nor adrenaline, but it can be also glutamate, okay. So fixing the glutamate response, but I only prefer natural ways, because most guys, when they try to take some medication, you know, this backfire really badly, okay. So you really need to fix natural way, okay, in order to prevent premature ejaculation, okay. So another thing, lowering glutamate and blocking NMDA receptors will help a lot with premature ejaculation. Okay, so and let's get to other not so well known things. Okay, so like I said, the proper erection and normal time for ejaculation is always like battle between sympathetic tone and parasympathetic. Okay, and parasympathetic tone depends on acetylcholine. Okay, so even low level of acetylcholine will contribute to sympathetic overdrive. Okay, so acetylcholine activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so also, yeah, things like nitric oxide. Okay, so uh, if you have low level of nitric oxide, it can, contribute to premature ejaculation. Okay, so it can have many reasons: oxidative stress, sleep apnea, so even some genetic predisposition. Okay, so yeah, and also your low levels of androgens in general, both testosterone and DHT. I think DHT is most crucial because honestly, with high level of DHT, you are more calm, collected, and so on. I see mostly in guys with low levels of androgens, testosterone, and DHT that have premature ejaculation. Okay, so as a guy with higher testosterone levels and DHT, you are more resistant to even to stress. Okay, and all these aspects. Okay, so definitely boosting androgens. Okay, improving androgens, it can be different ways, like fixing leaky gut, inflammation, methylation, and so on. You will improve a lot. You will improve your premature ejaculation a lot, on also penile sensitivity. Okay, so there are also, even natural supplements that can prevent premature ejaculation, but yeah, you need to know how to use it properly, otherwise it will not use, and I will only give you some, generic advice. Okay, so yeah, also the last thing I want to talk about is, the one thing is you can fix premature ejaculation, but the second thing is you can go several rounds. Okay, so probably this can be also like add-on on fixing premature ejaculation, and how you can do it. Okay, so I talked already about DHT. DHT allows you to go several rounds. Okay, so this is the one way. Okay, the second way is prolactin. Okay, so prolactin generally will also block your erection if it's elevated, even if you are young. Okay, so lowering prolactin also can help you go several rounds. Okay, so the more rounds you go, the less sensitive you are. Okay, so definitely this can be very helpful. Okay, so fixing prolactin will also give you this advantage. Okay, so lasting several rounds. Okay, even if your first round is not some amazing thing. Okay, so if you can do several rounds, okay, it's much better. Okay, and the last thing is breath work. Okay, breath work is connected to your nervous system. Okay, but your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so if you have like balance in, in strength of your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so many guys then don't, because they they sit along. Okay, they are not using the exercise they should. Okay, we are not even doing deep squats anymore, and so on. Okay, so we really need to have like really strengthened but relaxed pelvic floor muscles. Okay, so guys, if you see any advertisement for Kegels, forget Kegels, because they mostly train just one type of muscle. Okay, you need to have like the full muscle training. Okay, around your penile tissue. Okay, perineum. Okay, so there are electromagnetic devices, okay, they've been used by urologists to treat incontinence, okay, and you can use, okay, cycles, okay, and train your pelvic floor, okay. So I did also the same for me, okay. If you want to have an exact protocol, you will find my details under this video, okay. So yeah, definitely also these things will help you go even further, okay. Maybe you tried everything, but trust me, there is a solution. Let me know what you think.